In this video, I'm going to be explaining what it means to be pre-approved for a mortgage in 2021, as well as how to do it the right way. Hey, welcome back. It's Tom here from Off of Mortgages. Thanks again for tuning in, and as always, feel free to like the video down below and hit subscribe. That way we can grow the channel and more people like you can view this. With terms like pre-approval, rate hold, pre-qualification, it can be a little confusing for people as to which avenue to go. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining how you should go about getting pre-approved and how you should get it done the right way before going house hunting. So regardless of where you go to get pre-approved, whether you go to the bank or a mortgage broker, it's important to note what you're looking for. So one thing that you're looking for is that they collect all documents up front. So documents such as your income documents like your pay stubs, T4s, or if you're self-employed, we're looking at the T1s, NOAs, and they're also going to be looking at your down payment documents. For example, we're looking at the 3 months of your most recent bank statements, showing that you have the down payment saved up in there. Now, the list of documents go on, but it's important to note that if the person isn't collecting any documents from you, run away. Now, the second thing we're going to be doing is looking at your credit score. So we're going to be pulling the credit right up front. And again, if the person's not doing this, then either A, they're just uneducated or new, or B, they've just become complacent over the years. The third thing that you should be looking for is the person that's doing the pre-approval with you should be doing a full application up front. So they're going to be asking things like, where do you live? What kind of job do you have? They're going to be filling out all those type of things. And if they're not asking you any of those things and they're just asking for how much do you make and how much of a down payment do you have, then again, that's not a full pre-approval. It needs to be done right. So now that you guys know what a full pre-approval looks like, let's discuss where you should be going to get that pre-approval. The first option would be to go directly to your bank. Now, there are great bank reps out there. However, banks have been known to just simply ask you a few questions and give you a number right off the bat. So if that is the case, just make sure that if you do go to the bank, that they are looking at all your documents and going through the steps that I just mentioned. Your second option would be to go to a mortgage agent or broker. Now, obviously, I'm going to be a little biased on this one, but typically speaking, if you do go to a mortgage agent or broker, they will be doing a full pre-approval for you. Now, there are some brokers out there that probably won't be doing this. Maybe over the years, they've been a little complacent. However, I would say about 90% of them at least will be going through that full approval for you. Now, there are many benefits to going with the broker. However, I'm not going to be going through that today in this video. I do have another video going over the bank versus a mortgage broker, so you can definitely check that one out. Now, let's run through exactly what the process looks like step by step, so that way you know what to expect when going through the pre-approval process. Now, depending on where you go, the systems and processes for bank reps and mortgage brokers, they're all going to vary depending on who you go to. But for this example, we're just going to be going over my process with Moffett Mortgages. So starting out with step one in the process. So when you reach out to me for a mortgage, we then hop on a 10-minute phone call, which I like to call a discovery call. During this phone call, I'll be asking you questions related to what you're looking for and how I can help you. So step number two, I send you the online application along with the list of documents that I need from you. Once you fill out that application and get me those documents, I then underwrite the file and determine what your max budget's going to be. From there, I then determine what the top 3 lenders are going to be to place your file. From there, once I determine the top 3 lenders, I then schedule a strategy call with you. During the strategy call, we're going to be discussing various things of where you want to go in terms of fixed versus variable, if you want to do a 2, 3, 4, 5-year term, and all that fun stuff. Once we determine what the strategy is going to be and which lender you want to go with, I then submit the file for a pre-approval rate hold of up to 120 days. From there, you essentially have 120 days to go out shopping for a home. So what happens if you don't find that home within the 120 days? Essentially, we're just going to have to submit again for another 120-day rate hold. So what that means is essentially what the rate is at that time, that's what we're going to be locking into. It's also important to note that locking into that rate doesn't necessarily mean that you're stuck with that rate. If the rates do decrease during that 120 days when you go out house hunting, we're going to be going with whatever the lowest rate is. So if the rate is lower than the rate hold, we're obviously going to be locking into the lower rate. So if you're not sure if you want to start the mortgage process right now, but you want to get a general idea of how much you can afford, be sure to download my mortgage app down below in the description. You'll be able to figure out your max budget within minutes, but just keep in mind that this is not a full pre-approval. It'll come out saying that you're pre-qualified. Now this is where all the confusion comes into play, whether it's pre-qualification, pre-approval, rate hold. But just know that whenever you're using some sort of mortgage app or calculator, you're not getting fully pre-approved. So there you have it, guys. I hope that helped you understand what a full pre-approval is and helped you determine where you might want to go to get that pre-approval. As always, thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.